Hello. I'm Erin Ryan of Crystal Lake Reiki. It's my business. I am a certified Reiki master and teacher. And I just wanted to share something really briefly with you guys about how to know whether you're functioning from the mind or from the heart, from the being. And what I noticed is there's some very, very simple things you can do to kind of notice what's going on. Anytime you are saying to yourself, I have to, or I should, that's the mind, like instantly. Because the heart is never going to say that to you. The heart is the part of your being that goes, I know, I desire, I wish to. It is that spark in you, that inspiration. It's the part of you that actively wants to do something or wants to choose something or wants to have, a certain choice that you're making. The mind is what's going to kick in. Oftentimes, it can be like a nanosecond. The mind will actually kick in and tell you all the reasons why that's not going to work, all the reasons why you can't do it, all the reasons why that you're not good enough even. But it will also ask you the how. Say your heart says, I really wish to do this thing. I so desire it. It would be so wonderful, And then your mind is going to say, but how? How do I do it? And at that point, a lot of us tend to shut down. We shut off whatever it is that we wish to choose for ourselves. And so what I invite you to do as the first thing is to change the way in which you're speaking to yourself. So anytime you catch yourself going, well, I have to, or I should, I want instead for you to change that to, I want to, I desire to, I wish to. And if you can't say that to yourself and then whatever the thing is in the same sentence, then you know you're functioning from mind. You also know that you're out of alignment with self. And that's what creates a lot of the suffering that we have is functioning out of alignment. And that stems basically from false beliefs, false thoughts, judgments that we have of ourselves and other people, and just a ton of stuff that we've picked up that isn't even ours. So notice that. The other thing you're going to see is when we are stuck in our minds, we tend to have a lot of energy up here. And if you really get present with yourself, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel it. Like for some people, they'll get tension headaches. Or for some people, they'll just kind of like, they can't handle stuff. They can't handle different thoughts and things. They get overwhelmed very easily. And that's because the energy's stuck. It's not flowing. Versus when you shift that and instead get into your body, get into your heart center. So move that energy down into your heart. Move it into your being. And this sounds totally hokey if you're not doing it. If you're not actually following what I'm saying. If you're stuck in your head. Which is what's so funny about it is it sounds that way, but once you get into your body, once you get into your heart, what happens is all of a sudden you feel more present, more expansive, more at ease. It's like, because that's the center of knowing, not the mind. The mind wants to know how. What's it going to look like? What's it going to be like when I get there? Do I have a guarantee that that's going to even work? It wants to keep us safe. The mind's function is to keep us safe, to try to predict things so that we don't get hurt. The problem with that is it's incredibly restrictive to our entire being, or the entirety of us. So if we live from that place, it requires a massive amount of energy. It requires a massive amount of belief and judgment in order to keep us stuck in that same spot. If you don't function from knowing, if you don't function from being, if you don't get present, if you don't get here. So, and this doesn't take much. It's a retraining process, so just notice that. Notice any time that you are saying to yourself, well, I have to go do this. I should go do this. And then switch it to, I choose to do this. I would like to do this. And then if it's something that you can't say that about, then look at different ways that you can start to change that, to not do that, and then the heart is going to say, well, I want to do this thing. The mind will say, well, you can't do that. These are all the reasons why you can't do that. The heart is the part of us that will also say, but I do not wish to do this as well. I do not wish to do it. It makes me feel small. It makes me feel contracted. And the mind will say, well, you have to do it. You should do it. And these are all the reasons why. So if you give yourself permission to get out of your head, get into your heart, then what you're going to notice is a certain ease. Your body starts to relax and you just feel better. Everything flows easier. Like you'll even maybe notice yourself go. If you're stuck in your mind, you can't do that. If you're stuck in your mind, you can't breathe. You'll be like, ugh. People will notice that about you too. Like people that you're around, they're like, are you okay? Because you're stuck in your head. So that's just a really, really simple way to start retraining yourself, and just change the way you're talking to yourself, change that verbiage from I have to, I should, to I desire to, I want to, I choose to, I wish to. And then if you notice your energy stuck in your mind, go ahead and just put it. And it's like, it's so easy. As soon as you think of it, you've done it. So just put your focus in your heart. And then feel. And expand. And that's what it does. And then when it pops back up, do it again. Just feel and sit with it. And expand. And breathe. Awesome. Okay, that's it today. Thanks, guys. Bye.